The next step is putting rubber matting, rubber soles on the bottom of the shoe here. And I chose this rubber mat I got at Home Depot, 2x3 recycled rubber outdoor mat. It was $8. Now, I wanted to test what would be the best thing to use to cut this rubber. Now, I tried an X-Acto knife blade, and though it was sharp, I was just, these kind of things here, I was just hacking away at it, and wasn't cutting as smoothly and as fast as I wanted it to. Then I used my jigsaw, used different blades, and that was just not doing it for me. So, as part of some of the supplies I bought for dealing with a phone, I used my hot blade, and this stuff really melts through it like butter. I just started heating this up about a minute ago, and it just goes right through it. Man. Yeah, so I got a wood burning kit, and I specifically got one that had the hot knife option to it, because I pretty much want to use that to cut most of my phone when it comes time. So I'm not going through, lots of these like mechanical blades and X-Acto knife blades and stuff like that. And if I have to sharpen these, might as well have a hot one. Go through it faster. Plus, I only have one blade to sharpen. So as you can see, it went through that pretty easily. Now this is like the other half of the mat. I cut out most of it already. And as you can see, I got the bottom piece for the left. This is what's going to be on the bottom here. This is the kind of tread. So I already have it marked out. I used chalk. Pencil ain't gonna work. You gotta, if you got a black mat, you're gonna need something white. I used a white pencil and colored pencil, and that didn't work at all. So chalk was the way to go. Whenever marking with chalk, what I did is I fined up the tip a little bit so it'd be better, drawing everything, and I marked it out. And my suggestion to you, and which I want to be doing here soon, is cut on the inside of the chalk line, not the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and let this warm up just a little bit more, and then I'm going to cut out all the pieces, and the next time you see me, I'm going to actually be putting the barge on both sides, one side on the rubber and then on the wood. And alright, I put the barge cement here on the bottom of the foot plate. Now I'm using this tube of barge cement, and as you can see, just doing the foot plate, I've almost expended all of it. So my suggestion is buy the can, like the can that has the little paintbrush, applicator brush in it. I'd emphasize getting it on the edges so the seams don't come off too easily, because when you bump it and stuff. So focus on the edges and just do zigzag in the middle. That's what I did for both of these pieces. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes. And hey, I use this chip brush, and it really didn't spread it that much. Wherever I laid it, it's pretty much where it went. So, I didn't have a lot of spreadability. So I would suggest using, the can with the applicator in it, because for this, if you're going to go any further with a costume, you're going to need that barge. So get the big can with the applicator brush in it. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes, and as they say, you want to touch it on the edges, and you want it tacky. Now in some places still go thick, you know, but you know what? It will harden up over time. So, alright, so this is my left piece here. You just want to marry up the edges here. When you get it on there, it's on there. It ain't coming off. There ain't going to be a lot of maneuverability. So I want to dip, but if you get a little overhang here in the back, you just want to roll your hand up. Alright. So I got a little bit of overhang in the back. That's cool. I just didn't want that overhang in the front because that's where my toes are going to be and stuff, and I didn't want any pieces rubbing up on each other. But it's really good in the back. Now I'm going to be placing a piece of foam here, so it's going to cover up any little spots that don't show up. Alright. So that side is on. Now, moving on to the next one. Because I didn't wait the full 5 minutes, more like at 3. Do have a little bit, not as, you know, it's tacky, it's sticking, it's pulling. But you know what? That allows me to sit there and move this around just a little bit here and there and get this exactly where I want it. Now, don't go pulling on edges yet and testing it, you know, like you see in maybe some other videos on YouTube, because this one isn't at full tack, but it will harden over time. You know, I just wanted to get this on there. Alright, so rubber bottoms are on. So I'm going to kill a video. I'm going to let this dry overnight. We're going to take these puppies for a test drive, and then I'm going to put the rubber on the other one, and the hinges, you know, almost have this thing down. Right, so that little thing of barge cement was not going to be enough to finish the rest of it, so I was like, man, it's 9 o'clock. I watched one of my videos again talking about all the other sealants, and Evil Ted, he talked about DAP Wellwood contact cement. So I've seen this before at Walmart. Walmart's open, so I drove down there to go get it, and I painted both sides of the toes with it. I wanted to try this out. What's cool is it comes with its own little adapter, and spread it on pretty good. I used twice as much because this is very porous rubber, and I used 2 layers. Right now, yeah, I'm getting some tack there. It says wait 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's a long time. I just finished this one. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Actually, no. We're going to go ahead and put it together and see what we get. Alright, so marry up the edge and the flat line. This part here is what I'm really interested in, because this is where everything comes together. If everything else hangs over the edge or doesn't marry up exactly, I'm cool with that. Alright. This one has a little bit of a bow to it. Bam. Alright, that piece is on there. And then come on. We're going to do the same thing over here. Area up the very edge. Layer down. Now these bars, this gap, that stuff stinks, and it's very fuming. Gotta admit, it's feeling pretty good right about now because I'm in my shed. Alright. Got a little space. Yeah, it's dent wood. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a test. A little pull test. And it's tacking up. It's holding on there. How much for the long term? Don't know. Now, for these pieces, I'm gonna weigh this down. I wanna. I got some sheet floor tile here. This stuff is heavy. Pressure on that. Full case for you. All right, so weldwood contact cement versus barge. Tomorrow we'll really know what the answer is. 2 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep. I really had to find out what is going on. I looked at both the seams and for the depth versus the barge, and it's pretty much neck and neck. I just went ahead and put the hinges on, no big reveal there. I've already walked around a little bit in them for like 5 minutes, but hey, I gotta show you these, man. These are awesome. I could just jump right into these things. Bing! And strap on. Alright, and there we are. With the rubber on here, it is really more, it's like super comfortable, more than it was before. And, man, like, one foot, get on another, bring my knees in, rest has it, that's good. Kind of put this in the shot so you can see this. Yeah, see? Nice toe action going there. Well, you know, if I have to walk, I use some kind of pose. It's really comfortable, not a lot of noise now. It's wood. Wood concrete, wood carpet, and you know the edges, you know, they stuck really well at the bottom. I mean, I do see a little separation, but hey, I ain't going to run a marathon on these things. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The stilts are done. I wanted to get this out of the way so I can start some fabricating on, you know, body parts and stuff. Now, one thing I am going to do, I mean, you can see some flexibility in here, but hey, where it turns, you know, where this actually bends and everything, but I think it benefits it more than anything. It just gives me a little bit more, you know, flexibility and stuff. It's not so rigid. You're squatting sometimes, you're trying to get up some stairs in an odd fashion. The one thing I am going to do, I'm going to take a heat gun. This PVC coupling is not as wide as that one, and it is gnawing into my leg a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a heat gun, I'm going to pull this out a little bit more, and then I'm going to round off the edges. These edges, hard plastic, squared edges, digging into your pants and your leg, and if you're going to be walking around in these for hours and stuff, you're going to want to make sure they're as comfortable as possible. So I would say take a Dremel, take a sander, take a nail file, something, and round out these edges because they're going to be bearing down into your leg. You don't want to bring that coupling way out here because then when you try to strap it down, it just presses against the coupling. You need to have it so, you know, it's fighting on your leg, you know. So, other than that, these are done. And, you know, I thank you for your patience. I know it's a long video and everything. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything and got got down everything that I did, so you can do it. And next video, I'm going to be putting foam on these. So until next time, when we start working with the foam, thank you for all the 10 people who have viewed this so far and the 1 subscriber, and looking forward to seeing some more. And I am going to bed. Good night. Okay, YouTube, this is the list of materials that I used to build the stilts and the prices involved. Some of them have been marked where I had purchased them, and the tools involved in making it. Final cost $50, 20 cents. Now, I didn't get it into this list, but there were a few extra things I had to buy. The DAP, the barge, I used most of that up just on the stilts, man. I went and purchased a 32-ounce can. It's coming in the mail because there ain't no place around here that has it. I used a hot knife to cut the rubber chalk, that wasn't on the list, and a flexible measuring tape. It's great for marking around circumferences and getting you know, straight lines and stuff, like around the PVC pipe. Yeah, that's how I got the straight line around the PVC pipe all the way. So that is it. Now I do want to mention one more thing about the final cost here. When you start buying tools and supplies, it's going to run up. And for me doing a prototype and then buying new stuff, you know, just for this video and everything, you know, it pretty much ran me up to about $70 for stuff I didn't have. So look to be paying about, you know, 60 to 70 if you don't have any of this stuff already. Alright, YouTube. Next I'll be moving on to fabrication. I don't know if you can get all that in, if it's going to be blurry or not, but there's the entire list. Till next time, see ya.